Everybody, Chris with Clutter Reduction Junk Removal in Palm Beach County, Florida. We are at our storage unit right now doing some resale. We just sold one of our bigger pieces, finally. We had to drop it down 20 bucks, but hey, we got it for free. Actually, we got paid to take it, so let's say it that way. So we've been trying to push for resale a lot this year. We're using it for side income, for like vacations, and like as a buffer for bills if we have a slow month. And so far, we've been averaging like $3,500 a month. And that's not like just selling anything and everything either. Like, we're trying to be strategic with it so we don't spend too much time on it, because then it just turns into another full-time job, and that's very stressful. So we've been just trying to play it smart based on what's trending on Facebook, or bringing it to third parties that will buy it for you, and they'll either consign it or they'll auction it off or they'll sell it for their own profit, whatever the case may be. But we're going to be recording a lot of that and talking about that and talking about the results from it on our channel membership, which is also where we have a full series of everything you need to start a junk removal business as of 2025. If you know anybody looking to get into the service industry for that, I have a very full detail, it's like a 12 video series playlist if you guys want to check that out. I made it as affordable as I possibly could to where it still made sense for me. But something I wanted to point out really quick while we're at the storage unit, if you guys go to apartment buildings or storage units, if you're able to drive around it all and check out the dumpster areas, I recommend doing that before you walk in to talk to the manager to give them your information. And the reason why is because if you have something like this, that is a good example to use that perfectly explains what you do and how you could be a solution to their problem. So for example, we have a storage unit here, but we got it recently. We came by one day and I saw they had a big pile, like twice, 3 times the size of this one. It was huge. And I was like, wow. And a week later, it was still there. So I went in and talked to the manager and said, hey, we noticed you have a pretty good sized pile out here that hasn't gone anywhere. I'm assuming you either don't have the staff for it or you don't have the space in the dumpster to properly handle it all in one trip. We do junk removal. If you want to put in note for your district manager, we can place a bid on it. If they're going to be asking other companies, that's fine. But we just want to let you know that we can take care of this just like that if you need us to. So they took our information and they're kind of, I think they're working with like a third party. They don't do junk removal necessarily. I think they do maintenance for storage units. Never heard of it before. Pretty cool concept. But they said if they ever have anything that's just too crazy and the timing isn't right, that they'll reach out to us. They also let us put our yard signs everywhere in this place. And then every time we come here, we pass out our card to people. It's also good marketing too, because every time we're here with our truck and trailer or in our uniforms, not this one, you know, people see us and they're like, oh, hey, I have a storage unit I need to get cleared out. How much do you guys charge? And just like that, you go give a free estimate and then you potentially book a job. So it's been a really cool experience at this unit. Other units, I don't really get a lot of traction. This one, pretty good traction. And then of course, perfect examples of why we can work with somebody. So when you walk into an apartment building or a storage unit and you see something like that, you know, let them know, hey, we do junk removal. This is how we operate. This is the stuff we take. This is a situation where you could potentially use us. And this is how we would charge you or your building. And then this is a perfect example, you know, like when we go to apartment buildings, we say, hey, if you guys have evictions, if you have tenants that leave stuff behind, the fuck was that? Or if you have to swap out like a model, or let's say somebody just leaves a elevator, a refrigerator back by the elevator. We've had that before because there's no cameras in the outside of elevators typically. So they just left a whole refrigerator there. And that was something that they needed to get out as soon as possible because it was a high-end building that doesn't need to have a refrigerator sitting outside of an elevator. So something like that, like we'll give them all the same examples of experience of what we've done at other buildings. So if you have like something like that, that's something they can't really control. They can put cameras up. They can say, hey, if you dump, there's gonna be a $250 fine. Realistically, most places can't find those people. Or if they do find them, they don't have a way of charging them because maybe they're actually not a resident. Maybe they don't actually have a storage here, or their card isn't on file anymore and you can't just back charge it. So unless they want to take a police route, which I feel like typically doesn't happen unless it's a really strict area, most people are going to get away with it and the building's just going to have to pay for the cost of removal. So just some examples to give you guys if you are going to be marketing to these places. But if you see a pile like that, just know there's a chance they don't already have a junk removal company set up with them, and that gives you more opportunity. So just something I want to throw out there.